What's up troops, Marley13 here, and today's choice of topic is nightclubs due to a couple of rather interesting experiences I've had with them over the weekend. I was at EGX in Birmingham over the weekend, which was loads of fun. I got to play the 2 new Call of Duties and dominated at them so much they shut down the booth and proclaimed me Marley King of COD. And then, played Battlefield 1, Titanfall, etc, and I was fairly average at those, I would say. But also the great thing about EGX is the after parties and the free bars, no less. Me and my associates very much took advantage of those over the weekend. The first club we were at on Thursday was one of those places that just seems way too fancy for your kind, but it's a one-off, so you make the most of it. I'm talking a pure smart casual blazer fest, bouncers turning folk away if you're not wearing a grand worth of clothes. The Armani on you now? Not tonight, my friend. Also, leave a like to forever be on the Marley13 guest list. VIP entry into my 1 million subs party in 10 years, mate. But aye, the other night it was a private party, so all of us sweaty gamer types get let in, no problem. And this place was fucking mad. I had a big fuck off balcony with fires on it. And to be honest, I've got a love-hate relationship with clubs. On the one hand, you get to dance to good tunes like a fanny and not even care one bit. But on the other hand, you'll be waiting about 2 fucking hours to be served at the bar. Bloody sober up by the time you get to the front, and you need to make that weird eye contact with the person behind the bar to get their attention, and you just know the person in front of you is going to go for some mad cocktail that takes about 10 minutes to make. There's strength in numbers at the bar, so as I get near the front I like to establish a wee conclave of mates, like if I get served first I'll get yours and vice versa. Unless of course they're getting a drink which needs a fucking set of 10 instructions to make, then it's back to every man for themselves. Talking about tunes at a club too, how fucking annoying is it when the DJ feels the need to remix every banger he's brought with him? Seriously, every cunt's pure buzzing waiting for the drop, then before you know it you're listening to some Poundland version of the tune. Everyone in the dance floor just looks at each other with that mutual offer. Fuck's sake, look. You can tell a lot by someone's dancing in a club as well. Never trust anyone who thinks they're too good to go up for a wee jig. Just let yourself go. If you look like an idiot, then big deal. Having said that though, I try to keep the old dance moves pretty simple. I don't mess about like one of those guys you see with their arms flailing about the place, like one of those inflatables you see outside car showrooms. End up taking someone's fucking eye out with dance moves like that. But before you know it, you've been in the club for 3 hours, you're pissed and you're starting to get a wee bit tired from all that great dancing you've been doing. That's when it's time for the inevitable heart to heart you'll have with some random who's just happened to be in your immediate vicinity. Topic of conversation will almost always start with the classic, "You having a good night, my man?" before swiftly moving on to how your parents splitting up really fucked up your life for years, but you got through it and now you're loving life. Your pals later come over and ask, "Who was that you were talking to?" And you're like, "Oh, just a sound guy, man, he wants to be a dentist." And now would be a good time to tell you about this story that happened on Thursday night, but before I do that I'll need to give you a wee bit of backstory. Basically, right, Tom Syndicate, the YouTuber with millions of subs, was my fucking idol, right? Before I even started YouTube, I wanted to be this guy, man. I wanted to do everything he's done on YouTube and just life in general. But over the years I had seen him do a few dodgy things and I lost a lot of respect I had for him. And about a month ago I even tweeted him saying just all that. I had watched him for years, he was a hero of mine, but not so much anymore, and he actually replied twice to those tweets. But anyways, cut to Thursday night, standing in the queue for the bar in Batchy, a Scottish YouTuber mate, I'm sure you know him. He taps me on the shoulder and says, "There's your best mate, Gary." I turn around and fucking Syndicate is standing right there and I'm just like, alright mate. Batchy says something to him like, "I think you had a wee Twitter spat with this guy a while back," and Tom looks at me for a second, just must have been trying to think who the fuck I even was, but it just clicks in his head and he asks me to go over to the side and have a chat with him. So I ended up having a half-cut heart-to-heart with Syndicate in a club about everything that's happened recently. He explained a lot of things to me and then later Batchy too that you could only really understand from his side. That was actually a huge deal for me, to be honest. He said he hoped he can begin to win my respect back and make up for some of the mistakes he's maybe made in the past. So taking the time out of his night to do that did really win a lot of respect back from me. And I can safely say it's the craziest conversation I've ever had with someone in a club while kinda pissed. Anyway, that's all for today. Just kidding, is it? Fuck, I've still got loads to talk about. That story I told you just there happened in a pure fancy club, right? But what about those really weird hipster ones you get? Ever been in one of them mad obscure clubs that actually freaks you out to be inside it? I was in one on Saturday, right, and it was like an old factory with 3 floors, fucking scaffolding inside it on purpose. The place was so hipster they couldn't even have a proper lamp. It just had to be on its side. Either that or it was just fucked. It was just a place where nothing can be remotely normal. Do you want a wee seat? No problem, just take a seat on these scalfy as fuck benches. You'll be picking wood chips out your arse for weeks. And some parts of this place were done up like a 1960s bedroom. There was lit candles dotted about. The place was a fucking pure fire hazard, which clearly hadn't been host to a Scottish contingent getting on it in there. Here's even my live reaction at the time. Really, really strange place. I am exaggerating obviously, right? It was a cracking night out. The place wasn't really my thing, but I can't complain about not having a good time. The developers at Warframe know how to put on a good party. The staff behind the bar were great also, as they were introduced to the concept of a venom. I just showed them my phone and they got to making it, but not just for me. About half an hour later they were spreading like a genuine fucking poison about the room. Random English guys I didn't even know were drinking them. Like, these are fucking great. You're too right, mate. Anyway, that really is all for today. If you've got any interesting club experiences, please do let us know in the comments, as well as any other future topic suggestions you may have. Also, I just want to say I did actually upload a video on Bully the other night, but I had to delete it because YouTube messed up. I'll hopefully have it posted again on Thursday if it's possible. Have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.